I'm professional mountain biker Ryan Petry.
And I'm professional cyclist Alexey Ryan.
We searched the country to find 3 novice bikers looking to take on the challenge of a lifetime.
We plan to help train and equip these new riders to tackle one of the hardest bike races in the nation, the Leadville Trail 100, a high-altitude event covering over 100 miles.
These riders have lots of training to do before then, as we're starting from the ground up.
Amid the Great Plains and Flint Hills of the landlocked state of Kansas lies the town of Emporia, home for the Gravel Race Unbound. Gravel racing is a breed of cycling that seeks the middle ground between the steep, rugged terrain of mountain biking and the smooth asphalt of road cycling. Unbound, founded in 2006, offers cyclists varying distance courses to choose from. They range from 25 miles all the way up to the monstrous 350-mile XL race. Here, the cyclists from the ground up will experience race day energy and get their first real test of endurance as they take on this race before heading to the final goal of the Leadville Trail 100.
It's the day before Unbound. I'm surprisingly calm. I don't know what that means, but I'm trying to see it as a step in the right direction as far as personal development goes.
This year they added Unbound because it's a good way to get race experience. Last year when I did Leadville, that was my first time lining up, my first time in a corral, my first time rolling out with such a massive start. So I think this is going to be super helpful.
And the goal of Unbound is just to get them a start line, not as technical as the Leadville 100, and not quite as grueling either.
With the full team in town, it's time to take a quick shakedown ride to make sure the bikes are working properly before heading into the race village for last-minute gear checks. Tomorrow, Enzo and Johanna will take on the 100-mile race, while David is tackling the 50-miler. Rachel, unfortunately, will not be racing this weekend after a recent crash left her with a concussion.
Here I am, going to the ER. My tooth went through my upper lip. Might have a little black eye, but we're gonna go make sure I'm in the clear. I have a big dent right here on my helmet from the impact. The first thing to hit was my face and head, so thank you, Sweet Protection.
I've been pretty bummed to not race, but I had a lot of good conversations with both Alexey and Ryan and the Wahoo coaches to really kind of help me. I think a lot of my ego, I just was like, I'm gonna still race and I'm gonna be fine. And the reality of kind of letting myself heal and rest in this last month has been super, super important.
I'm pretty new to cycling. I mean, I did my first race last September, but it will be my longest race to date.
A lot of this training has been mental for me. I don't doubt my physical capabilities as much as it is that I question my mental ability to stick through a project like this. So being able to relax a little bit, being able to enjoy, honestly, this adventure, dude. Like, I get to go on this really cool and like slightly scary ride tomorrow. If I come back a mess at the end of my race and, you know, just have a really rough day but got to finish, still a success, still a great day. So I'm super excited about that, yeah.
After the team makes final adjustments to their bikes at the sponsor expo in town, they meet up with pro cyclist and Wahoo athlete Ian Boswell, who won the 200-mile Unbound race in 2021.
The point of this race is just to feel comfortable for Leadville. So, any tips?
Practice. At the start line, there's this awesome energy, but it's also really dangerous because like you get sucked into like everyone's riding hard, like you're nervous, like you know if you're wearing heart rate monitors, like your heart rate will be way higher for how easy you're riding. Yeah. Just because the energy of the event. So, I mean, you know your pace. Just like once in a while, just like check in with yourself. I mean, I always think of like my body is like a gas tank. Like I'm just constantly doing like a calculation of like, all right, how do I feel? How far do we have to go? You know, it's like if you get to 30 miles in and you're thinking, you know, I've already burned 70% of my energy. Like, you need to back it off, you know? And then, especially in the beginning, like, fueling is gonna be such a big part of it, just eating and drinking. It's gonna be harder when you're in a big group. Right. And also, again, with this energy, you're gonna forget to eat and drink.
I set a reminder on it.
Yeah, so I mean, like, even just taking cues from people around you, like if you see someone else grab their bottle, like, oh, it's a good time to take a drink of water, eat a piece of food, just because it is so easy to forget in the moment. You know, it's like we do all this planning and preparation, the amount of people that get to an event and just don't think about it because there's so much going on. So it's like, don't worry about anyone else around you, just try to focus on yourself. Like, whether it's 50 mile, 100, 200, XL, it's like, most of this event is against yourself. It's not against these people around you. Like, if you can look after yourself, your equipment, then you'll be fine. Good luck.
Thanks. No.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
The sun rises over Emporia as Johanna Enzo and David prepare for the start of Unbound. Enzo and Johanna will be the first out of the door that line up for the start of the 100-mile race. David will start his 50-mile race later in the morning.
My 10-year-old wrote this one. He thought I needed something motivational. And then my 5-year-old also wanted to participate, so he wrote this.
So proud of you guys.
I'm surprisingly nervous about the Unbound. Not so much about the cycling itself, because I followed the plan, I've done the training. It's just the gravel and the rocks and the flats and the flooded roads that worry me. I try to prepare and have a plan A and a plan B and a plan C. Like, I try to control what I can control.
Okay. Right tool for the right job.
I don't really have a gauge for something like this. This is my first ever type of race. I don't know what to expect. Barring unforeseen circumstances, I would love to finish sub 5 hours. Again, I don't know if that's just giving myself too much of a cushion or not nearly enough of a cushion. I don't know what that number means.
Have a great one out there, riders. Enjoy the day.
See you on the other side, bro. My top goal for Unbound is to have fun. Second goal after that is pedal fast and pedal hard and try to finish.
So the outcome for Unbound is more, I would like to complete it. I want to make it to 64 miles, which is the cutoff, so I can continue and finish it. That's what I like about cycling. Like, I'm competing only with myself.
A few hours into the race, the skies open up in a torrential downpour, soaking the riders and making the course conditions more challenging.
You need water, you need, these are your power.
Yes. Can you put those on the bike?
How you feeling, Enzo? Talk to me.
Good. Like 1 mile in, this dude clipped my back wheel and I almost ate like terribly. But yeah, it's been fun. The weather sucks, but it's good. This is water only?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Up until now, the conditions were quite nice. I feel bad for the people behind me. Like, this is gonna suck. There are some sections that were like slip and slide. No, I feel really good. Like, I almost got like teary-eyed earlier because I'm like, my legs don't hurt. Like, I felt really, I'm like, I feel good.
Good job.
Undeterred by the weather, David is still in good spirits. He finishes up his 50-mile ride in just over 6 hours, completing his goal for the weekend.
It was fun, it was wet, and I would do it all over again if I could. Adventure like this, I thought that part of my life was over.
3 hours later, Johanna and Enzo continue to push through the muddy conditions as they approach the finish line.
Pretty bad here. It's good, it's good. At least this is bikeable. No hike-a-bike. It feels good, it hurts a little bit. I'll see you later.
The goal of this project has not always been just this physical journey. It's definitely an emotional and mental journey as well.
I'm so proud of you. Thank you. 100 miles, baby.
I've always known the power of a bicycle, the power of a challenge, and to be able to share that with people has been so inspiring to me, and it's given me that sense of purpose in my career.
After today's events, that's probably the longest ride you've done. How do you guys feel?
It's nice to know that I can do 100. I've never done 100.
Yeah.
So that gives me confidence. Not sure I can repeat it at 10,000 feet though.
What was the most memorable part for you?
There's the good memorable finishing.
Okay.
Like that whole thing when you come in and everybody's cheering and you get that extra bit of energy and just like, I picked up speed that I didn't know I still had in me.
Yeah.
Then there was the other hike a bike through the mud bath piece,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
which it was so muddy that at one point my tires stopped spinning.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, there was still like part of me in the morning that was a little bummed that I was the only one not doing the 100, but like the way it was set up and how everybody finished, like I was able to wrap my head around the idea, just like you wouldn't apologize for not doing the 200. I have no reason to apologize for doing the 50. That's where I'm at now. I'm just happy to know I'm where I thought I would be, where it's like, you know, I could do more. And it's definitely, you know, if this is supposed to be a step towards Leadville, that's definitely how it played out for me today.
Awesome.
Nice.
Next time on From the Ground Up, Rachel, David, and Johanna head to Leadville, Colorado for a 3-day training camp 6 weeks out from race day. Here they'll experience the full extent of the elevation while riding the full Leadville Trail 100 course in sections over the weekend.
I can't get over the altitude, man.
I think my mental game definitely is like, whoa. The body hurts, but we're making it work.